This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Shae Renee Motley.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast Live. Are you in need of a cake designer? One might be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Shae, with Creamy Cake Creation. Shae, how's it going?
It's going wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we're excited to learn all about you and your business. So, tell us a little bit about your company.
We have been servicing the Houston metro and surrounding areas for a little over 7 years. Started out in my kitchen just after needing a custom cake for my twins and seeing that there was a need for cakes that not only looked delicious, but they tasted delicious. And just I saw that there were more creative things that could be done with cakes, and I just got into that avenue. And yes, and
That's a great overview. I'd love to hear how it all began. So, what inspired you to get into this business?
my twin sixth birthday came, and it's really difficult to find themes for twins that um, are boy and girl twins. And I settled on a Maui and Moana cake, and I looked everywhere and I contacted several people, and no one could really execute the design that I wanted them to execute. I had a couple things in mind and it just wasn't coming together. So after growing up baking cakes with my grandmother, baking cakes my whole life, I said, you know what, maybe I'll just try it myself. And I made a two-tier cake with a flowing little water fountain. Waterfall look, and the whole luau design, the whole Moana design, I guess you could say. And everyone was asking, like, who made the cake? Who made the cake? And I said, well, I made the cake. And they're like, you should do this. And I said, well, I do. I bake all the time. And they're like, no, you should do this professionally. So within 7 days, I had my very first cake order. And that's basically been it. It's been since then, I've been baking and caking.
That's wonderful. I always enjoy hearing those journeys. That brings me to another question. What's one thing people often get wrong about your industry?
I think that there is the misconception that, it's just eggs and flour and a little frosting. I could do it myself. Um, and sure, there are other alternate options like, major departments, stores and grocery stores are now offering custom cakes. What I often explain is that those cake layers are shipped on trucks. Usually they come to you frozen. The frosting that they use is usually shortening. It's not real ingredients. It's not touched by one person. It's actually handled by several people and then packaged. And so that's the reason a lot of the time for the pricing difference as well. They're like, I can spend $12 and get a cake, and that's fine. You absolutely can. But a custom cake that was designed and crafted just for you with real ingredients, made with love and with care, you can trust that it's only been handled by one person. I think that that makes all the difference. And so it's not just flour and eggs, it's time, it's skill. I've had to develop my skill over the last 7 years to be able to put out cakes that not only look amazing, but taste delicious as well.
Absolutely. And building a great business is one thing, helping people discover it is another. So, who are your target customers and how do you attract them?
I would say that my target customer is going to be anyone who wants to feel special, essentially. Whether it's your birthday, it's your anniversary, it's your wedding. Um, I'm taking this ideal that you have, this concept you have, and turning it into your reality. My slogan for my business is let me bake your dreams come true. And a lot of times people may have a concept of something, but they're not sure how it can be executed. And I'm doing that for people that may not have been able to do that otherwise. Um, and I say right now, I'm on all the social media. So I've been on Facebook for 7 years or so under Creamy Cake Creations. On Instagram, it's Creamy Cake Creations Custom Cakes. They did make me lengthen it a bit just because of other names in other states, but I'm the only one in Texas. And I'm also on TikTok, and I have my website, and you can reach me through my email, creamycakecreations2@gmail. So I have a couple of different avenues where I can be contacted, but I really mainly try to reach out to people either through these avenues or through Nextdoor. I try to, within my community, offer, something that they can't get anywhere else. You can always get a cake, but can you get a cake that was crafted for you?
It sounds like you've built a strong reputation. So, have you ever considered starting a podcast for your business?
I actually have. I at one point created. I have a cartoon logo version of myself, and I've created a few stories that go along with it. I'm known in my community as the Cake Fairy, so I have the Cake Fairy, and we have some villains that live in this kingdom that are, trying to bland down your cakes, and they don't want you to have cakes that have flavor. So there's some cute little storylines that I have out. And I thought about maybe demonstrating some cakes while having those storylines kind of run, but it just hasn't been put together just yet. It's a work in progress.
Absolutely. So, let's switch gears a little. When you're not working, how does your perfect day off look like?
A day off, what's that? I'm very family oriented, so I love just spending time with my family. I love doing and trying new things. I think that is really what feeds into the artistic side of me. Is I'm always trying new experiences, taking pottery classes and painting and going to museums. I really like to saturate myself with new experiences. So I'm out in the city. I'm out trying new things.
Well, it's always fun getting to know the person behind the business. So, if listeners remember just one thing about Creamy Cake Creation, what would you want it to be?
That's a good question. If you could remember just one thing about Creamy Cake Creations, is that I want you to know that it's an experience. It's not just a cake. It's not just the delivery and the smile. It's an experience on your end and mine. I love being the face that you see at the door. When I hand over the cake, I love seeing your reaction when you see the cake for the first time and you realize that, what you had in mind can be created and even elevated for you. It's really about the connection and about the community. And I would just love to share that experience with you. I love to make your dream come true.
Lovely. What's the best way for listeners to connect with you or learn more about your business?
As I said, I'm on all the social medias. You can definitely reach out to me: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm basically everywhere, but on majority of my pages, my contact information is there for you to call or text me. Texting me is the best thing. A lot of businesses, you can't speak to the decorator. I love to get those text messages and just kind of help you plan things out, navigate things, and, really, really make it special for you. So I can be reached at 832-764-1029, or again, Creamy Cake Creations on Facebook, or Creamy Cake Creation Custom Cakes with an S on Instagram. Those are going to be the best ways to reach out to me.
Well, Shae, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnphouston.com. That's gnphouston.com. Or call 346-643-4871.